My name is Rosalind.
And my name is Joanne. The students at BVPS wanted to know about how authors get their ideas and how they make reading fun. So we invited the famous children's author Peter Millet to come and visit. Peter has written many books such as The Johnny Danger, DIY Spy, The Anzac Puppy, and The Boy Zero Wannabe Hero series.
Can you believe that the Anzac Puppy was actually a true story? It started when it was World War I. A long time ago. And we got Peter Millet books, The Johnny Danger, DIY Spy, and he actually autographed it for us.
That's cool.
Peter's love of storytelling started during his early years at primary school. His passion for creating zany tales regularly got him into trouble for talking too much. Everyone was very excited about his visit, but little did we know that he would arrive at school by jumping out of his jet plane and parachuting down.
Parachuting down at our school? That's so awesome.
We should try it, except I don't want to risk my life. I'm too young to die.
True.
Oh, hi, Mum. This is a bad time to call. I'm just doing a school visit right now. I'm really sorry about this.
Welcome back to L&2 News. I'm Brendan.
I'm Aram. Peter had funny gadgets like a banana phone and too many sunglasses, an eye patch, and he told lots of jokes and everybody laughed. He read a chapter from Johnny Danger and gave prizes to people who answered questions and had Enneagram challenges. We changed the letters of his name to spell toilet turtle. Serena was asked to play the queen.
Audience clapping and cheering for the queen.
Peter then answered questions from the students. He had a lot to say and we had a lot to ask him. We had some special questions of our own that Peter spent some extra time answering for us.
Ask me your question, Joanne.
Have you wanted to be an author since you were a little kid?
Yes, yeah, definitely. It's the one thing, there were only two things that I would have liked to have done. One was play soccer for a job, or one was write funny stories for a job. So I got the second one, which is probably easier because being a professional soccer player is really hard.
What's the most important book you have written?
Oh, the most important book? Well, that's a big fancy term, isn't it? But I think probably the Anzac Puppy, which shows an important message about the First World War. It's a little more serious, which I don't normally do, but that's probably the most important book. It contains some important historical information.
Can we find a message in your books?
Yes, you can find the messages that adults can be very stupid. That's my most deep and meaningful message in my books. Yeah.
What's the best thing about an author?
About being an author is coming today and seeing a whole bunch of school children laughing at the jokes that I made. There is nothing better. Oh, thank you. You think of it yourself though, if you are at a party or with some friends and you say something funny and your friends laugh at what you have said, you feel great, don't you? It's exactly the same, except on a gigantic version over here. So that's the best part of being an author. Thank you so much, Joanne.
You're welcome.
All right.
Which was your hardest book to write?
Funnily enough, Johnny Danger, it took the longest of all the books. I wrote my 3 other superhero series, and they were my favourite books that I've ever written, and I didn't know if I could keep going with something I liked as much. So I took an extra year trying to make this really good. So Johnny Danger was my hardest book I've ever written.
When did you start writing books?
Officially when I was probably about 25. I'm 47 now, so when I was 25.
Who are some of your favourite authors?
Roald Dahl, Andy Stanton, Philippa Darg. I like people who are zany and crazy. And again, adults behaving badly is a fantastic role model for me.
Are you friends with any other authors? Can you ask them to visit us too?
Well, that's if you don't ask, you don't get. That's a very, very good, very bold question. Yes, I'll see what I can do.
Who or what inspires you to become an author?
Probably listening to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and not realising that it was made up. I thought it was a real story, you know, that they were really golden tickets and real chocolate wrappers.
How do you think up your ideas?
It is a challenge, and quite often you're sitting there with a blank piece of paper and you're thinking, what happens next? So the thing that works for me, two things work for me. If I walk around, like, you know, go for a short walk around the block or something, sometimes the fresh air gives you an idea. And this is a really interesting one, which works for me, is cookies or biscuits. They give you like a sugar rush. I get lots of ideas. Not very healthy.
How do you write longer books?
Longer books, you have to, it's like running, you know, when you do like a sprint race at school, you have like the school champs, you do a sprint race, versus long cross country where you have to run around the school 3 or 4 times. What you do is you don't use up all your power in the first go. You try and think, I've got to save some energy to write longer and longer. So you make sure you don't burn out.
How long does it take you to write a book?
Yeah, it varies. A picture book could be a month. The Johnny Danger was 2 years, but it should have only taken me a year. I spent an extra year making it good. So it varies. It varies up to a year in any situation.
How many books have you written?
Yeah, between 40 and 50 books. I don't know for sure, but the thing is, it's close to my age, so it's easy to remember. So if I'm in my 40s, it must be around about 40. Yeah. Thank you.
Who does your illustration?
A number of different people. So I'm very lucky. I get to meet and mix with many different illustrators. The Johnny Danger is my friend Steve May. He's based in London. He is exactly the same age as me, which is quite cool.
Do you like visiting schools and talking about your books?
I love it. I love it so much, and I do it at home all the time because my wife is a teacher. Yeah.
Do you get paid to be an author?
You do, yeah. So basically how it works roughly, if you have a book, an author gets about $1. We call it a buck a book. So you get about $1 for a book. If you sell a whole lot of books, that's great. If you sell 5 books, that's not great. So that's roughly how it works, yeah.
Do you think we could be authors ourselves when we grow up?
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, if you had more time, you could be a better author than me because you understand children better. Because I was a kid 40 years ago. I've forgotten a lot of things. You could probably do a better job than I could right now, if I'm honest about that. So yes, children make the best writers. Yeah. Thank you. Great.